My post, this came up again yesterday, so I'm going to explain again. It's not your imagination. For those of you who were told, it's your imagination, or, you're making it up, or stop daydreaming, you have to realize how magnificent a being you really are. You're not just a body with an ego on the only planet with intelligent life in this galaxy, you're a multidimensional being with access to many dimensions of life which you access through your intuitive mind. We've been told to shut our intuitive minds down as nonsense, and keep trying to be smart, be intelligent. When in fact your intuitive mind is much smarter than anything your intellect can create, especially since some of us had 2 or 4 active strands of DNA and were not fully functioning when we were kids. Even so, we still were telepathic, and some have had intrusive images, voices, or thoughts put into their minds. Nothing in this world is random. Luck doesn't exist. It's all creation, and there's a reason for every image, thought or voice you hear. You have to start validating what you experience as real rather than something you imagined. And by the way, how many times have you thought of something only to see it somewhere later on? You focus on a beautiful purse and see one you love just like it for just the right price in the store window. That was not random, it was created by you. Our imaginations are not something that are willy-nilly, unbridled, unrestrained, irrelevant whims of fancy. They are extremely powerful creative tools. So don't dismiss your imagination, and don't dismiss the idea that someone from another planet could be hearing their brethren. I'll keep repeating this as long as I keep hearing of people denying their intuition. Me, Ivo, we are taught that reality is only what we can see with our physical eyes, when in fact our physical eyes see only a small portion of the light spectrum. We learn that X-rays and gamma rays are harmful, maybe to us here they are, but other beings live and thrive in that part of the light spectrum. I'm going to say this again, everything we're taught we've been taught in order to limit us and to shut us down, to keep us from our birthright of multidimensionality. Ivo, in fact, your third eye is one of your chakras that vibrates at a higher frequency, and because it does, it allows you to see more of your multidimensionality. Your physical eyes are part of your physical body, and because of this they vibrate at a lower vibration, the lowest of your entire light body. Your physical eyes allow you to interpret your physical reality, whereas your third eye allows you see what lies beyond within your multidimensionality. You were taught as children that life outside of Earth did not exist. That you were alone in the universe. That is ludicrous. You were taught that if you could not see it, you would not believe it. Yet now many of you are seeing our ships, and some still do not believe it. What must change are your beliefs, and you must eradicate any thoughts that tell you you are limited in any way. Because you are not. Those things your parents told you, that perhaps many do not remember now as adults, that said your invisible friend was a figment of your imagination, dispense with that. Many of you had invisible friends as children because your third eyes were not shut down and imbalanced at that time. They are now, and what shuts down any chakra is a lie. The untruth will imbalance your entire body, and your people have been living in untruths for a long time. The shutdown chakra shuts out incoming energy from the corresponding dimension. That is why they lie to you and control you, so that you will not ascend nor become multidimensional. So that you can continue to believe the physical reality you live in is all there is. It is not. There are some families, of course, who do not hold the status quo and validate their children's invisible friends. There are some families who have artistic genetics, therefore you may be right brain dominant and therefore can more easily access your intuition. In the case of twins or other multiples, telepathy is often retained. But in your Western world, you have learned to ignore your intuition. This has been taught to you in school, where most of your curriculum was intellectually based and little of it was artistic in nature. You see now that art comprises a small arena in your Western world. Artists are often starving artists because they cannot fathom your financially based world. Artists must learn to use the law of attraction and their intuition to seek work. This would work better for them than understanding dollars and cents. Me, thanks, Ivo. I am. Ivo, as for those who will not validate their intuition, you must realize that you have been taught not to. It is inherent in your intellectually based world. Even if you were not given direct messages, you may well have learned from others' examples that they were not doing so. And so you learned that this was the norm. One way to be sure that you are receiving these intuitions is to put yourself in a receptive mode. This means to stop your chattering lower mind from distracting you through meditation. When the mind is clearer, there is intuitive reception. You receive when you are calm and peaceful. That is when you are at your strongest, when you are at peace. Anything else is disempowering to you, as is the chattering mind. Stress is a disempowered, fear-based state. The norm now is changing as your world increases in frequency. What was normal in your 1960s to 1990s third-dimensional world will become a thing of the past as more and more people wake up to their multidimensionality. Your children will no longer be given these messages, and they will continue to use their telepathic skills and will continue to access their intuitive minds. As more and more of you become multidimensional, there will be more available to validate yourself with. If your parents are not intuitive, perhaps school friends will be, and you will seek to help each other. More and more information, such as this, is becoming available, despite those in power's attempts to stop it. Sharon and I produce videos weekly with information you require to become your multidimensional self. We have an extensive library on YouTube, and if this should be shut down, then we will simply move it elsewhere or produce it privately and distribute it. There are always options. The light is seeking to create more and more independent channels for those who seek this news. They are increasing, but to have your own internet system that cannot be compromised by the dark would be ideal. Maybe they can get members of Anonymous to work on that. LOL. Ivo, they seem to have the current internet in hand, so perhaps people will be stepping up to fill these needs. My dear, this may be something that we might consider for implant communications in future. I was already thinking of a TV station with videos of Ashta and Sananda speaking, and more E.T.S speaking to us. I'd call it the Galactic U series. But to set up our own internet so we don't have to depend on Big Biz to help us. Yes, a free internet system, worldwide. Uncompromisable. Wouldn't that be something? The light web. Run from a computer on a galactic ship circling the Earth. We do need to create our own systems, either that or eliminate all Illuminati. I don't know which would come first. Ivo, but you are thinking. Always planning for a better future. Always. I feel we're limited now because of shadow banning and censorship. And then they're pulling advertising on some light worker channels now, I see. They're going after us. But they can't stop us. There's always somewhere else we can go. Their own system works against them. So many people out to make money that they offer us more opportunities. And they don't care about who puts up videos unless it goes against the law. If they make us lawbreakers, then people will start to wonder why. So it would work against them. They'd martyr us. Anyway, I see bright things for the future. What we have to do is work with each other. Please share this video or post the content of this video on your Facebook page or other social media. We have to become our own network. Thank you. Ivo, my love, you are in at the front lines, but please persevere. You know me. They can't stop me, Ivo. I just keep getting stronger. Ivo, you were the right person for this job. Indomitable.